everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin update. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Um, yeah, let's get straight to it. So we are on the daily time frame here, and from the last mastermind, Bitcoin was testing around that range. But let's sort of retrace back and see what happened. So from left to right, we have this uptrend, right, that was acting as support. It broke below it, and as you can see, it started to act as resistance, as you see this one, two, three candles before it fell down. Um, this uh, this daily uptrend was evolved to this point. It looks like this point, yeah, this 4 hours marked way back here. We are on the daily, so it's gonna look a little iffy, but it actually landed on that 4 hour here. So one thing to note, while I believe at this point, I think the daily was like honestly marked right here. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. But what was really important was that initially this downtrend fell against this 4 hourly uptrend, against these 4 hour supports, and then that's when we decided to move the daily here. Okay, so the 4 hours were able to hold, a daily drop, right? Um, which resulted in a accumulation area against that same 4 hour uptrend, right? Out of this 4 hour downtrend, which was the apex, and it looks like it retested the same 4 hour, and even this daily here. So we have this red daily candle, or daily resistance, which is the last green candle before this downtrend, right? Again, I usually like to mark the bodies of the candles, so regardless, here or there would have been a great sell. It doesn't matter. um, we have this 4 hour origin level that's also been tested, which leaves us with this 4 hour untested level up here. But as you can see, even with the breakout, the small breakout, it still looks like it's hard closing underneath this daily origin level. But overall, again, guys, like I said, I'm not completely bearish on Bitcoin right now. It's still in an uptrend regardless, this downtrend, right? And I know it was a pain for most altcoins to be, dropping twice as hard, but again, sometimes you just have to zoom out and just realize where we are, right? It still looks great. Um, so let's go to the 4 hour and see what we can find here. If there are any levels that we can delete. So this 4 hour, right, we can actually end up moving and evolve. So we move here, right? You can see this was a local apex here, very local. You went up and test the daily. So what we're gonna do here is mark that there. We can delete this. We have that origin level, which personally I think it's a support, guys, but not a support I would, you know, go all in. This would just be part of, this is sort of like a range I would strategize entries in, okay? Um, but yeah, 1 second right there. Okay, uh, perfect. All right, so it's testing that daily, right? It's testing dailies. So if we move up, the next daily is up here, but on the 4 hour time frame, you can see there's this pretty steep downfall here. So the first thing Bitcoin would have to do is one, break out of this daily, and two, break out of this resistance. Okay, this uptrend that's acting as resistance now. So those are the two major things there. For it to even test this 4 hour untested level is to one, hard close above this. When it hard closes above it, that'll give it the opportunity, right, to find accumulation, ladder up, and attempt to break out of this region here. So 4 hour against the daily uptrend, right? Again, it's not a coincidence. They just so happen to be there. That's the main resistance zone because the second it can hard close above this, pretty much like the second phase of it, it'll give it the drive and momentum it needs to test that 4 hour, and then hopefully we can find itself, creep its way up again back into the higher ranges. So, yeah, for when it comes to support, um, last, so we have it red, support, okay, last green candle. So this would ultimately be the support against that daily. Again, it's not a coincidence that it just so happened to be, coincide right where that daily is. Um, but you can see that, there's also this huge empty space. So if ultimately if the 4 hour if it loses the 4 hour here, it'll most likely fall back down here on this apex. But yeah, we'll see how these current 4 hours hold. But generally, what you want to look out for are, pretty much the breakout above this daily. Because again, when you're breaking out the daily, you're going to test the next daily, which is right here. That's ultimately going to move up, test a 4 hour, because in between that, there's this 4 hour, and the next is that daily. So, yeah, pretty straightforward, guys. Really not much to update since our last update. So with this into consideration, right? We can also expect a similar move for some of these altcoins, right? So again, everything was a Bitcoin. So whatever you do, whenever before you jump into altcoin, guys, please just watch these Bitcoin updates. Um, even do the TA yourself, because sometimes myself I forget to mark one level, maybe an uptrend, but we're all human. So generally, I try to make it as accurate as possible for you guys. And yeah, always please practice your TA as well. So I will see you on the altcoin update. See ya.